Square in Amsterdam. This is one of the oldest town squares over here. It's well known. You may have seen pictures of this. It's a Sunday about noon. Warming up to go crazy all day. We've got drumming in the background. It's just crazy nuts. Now, getting around Amsterdam is very easy, actually. It's a very walkable city, but the most popular way that people get around are on bikes. In fact, I was talking with a local yesterday who said that bicycles are faster than anything else. Cars, public transit, walking. A lot of people use bikes. There's also very good tram systems around the city. A few ways to use that. One is you can buy visitor's pass for about €4.50 a day. That's what I do. I don't have to worry about anything else. But a new way they're doing it is with these chip cards, electronic cards. You put money on the card. You swipe the card when you get on the tram, and it debits $4 against what the money on the card. Then you swipe the card as you leave the tram, and then it actually gives back the money that you didn't need to make that journey. And so that's an easier way to get around. There's another form, an older form with paper strip tickets, which is more confusing. You have to know where you're going. But the money cards are actually not that bad and can save you money over the visitor's pass. But I did the visitor's pass because, you know, I'm a tourist. Now, eating in Amsterdam, most people here have just a little bit for breakfast, bread, some yogurt, or something like that. They have for lunch a cold sandwich. A hot lunch is an unusual thing. And then dinner is a big deal. You reserve for dinner, you take several hours, you spend a lot of time in dinner. And so you tend to have a little bit early in the day, but reserved time for dinner, you want to reserve several hours, and make sure and call ahead. Most restaurants only book one table per evening. So you may go into a restaurant and ask for a seat. It's all empty, and they tell you they're all booked. That's because people come in and they eat for an evening. And when you go to a restaurant, you have to ask for the bill. Don't sit and wait and assume they'll bring it for you. You need to ask for it here in Amsterdam. You can tip a little if you're happy with the service. One thing that's different here is this ice cream type stuff. It's more like a fluffy marshmallow cream. It's lighter. It's not as cold. People eat it even when it's freezing, but the flavor is more like marshmallow, I think, than an ice cream, and it's very soft.
Now, I can't leave Amsterdam without talking about marijuana and prostitution. These coffee shops sell marijuana, and you can go in and buy it in small amounts and smoke it there. It is not legal, but it is tolerated there. Prostitution is legal. You'll see women behind shop windows that have red lights in red light districts where they're all collected together. And so if you want to engage with them, you can have a conversation and decide what you want to do. But there's not lewdness all over the streets. In fact, I felt that New Orleans, which was much more aggressive with lewdness than Amsterdam was. In Amsterdam, it's there and it's tolerated, but it's in these areas. Marijuana in the coffee shops, prostitution in the red light districts. You don't see it everywhere.
Now, another method of getting around Amsterdam are through the canals. There are boats you can rent for boat tours, or for shorter trips, there's actually hop-on, hop-off things. You can use as water taxis. Canals run all over the city, and it's a nice way to see another side of Amsterdam. Also, behind me there is Central Station. So if you take a train into Amsterdam, that's what you do. In fact, if you land at the airport, the easiest and cheapest way to get into Amsterdam, costs about €4.50 or so, is a train. You can take a train, they go every 15 minutes, they'll drop you off there at Central Station, and then from there you can get on those trams. But to use the trams, you're going to have to get one of those cards or a strip ticket, which is a ticket with the number of punches you can use, or a visitor's pass. I got the visitor's pass because it was just easier to deal with. But getting around Amsterdam is fairly easy. Well, I think that pretty much ends our tour of Amsterdam. It's about time for me to have some lunch, I think, and so the ice cream is only holding me so long. I'm going to continue exploring the city and do a little shopping, but thanks for spending this time with me. If you ever want to come and have a visit, it's a nice place. This is my third trip here, and I've really enjoyed the time I've spent here in Amsterdam. A welcoming city, a place to relax. Just remember, you got to book for dinner. You're going to go hungry. Well, that's all. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.